They close behind her. Ready. And racing as well. Bohemian Diamond amongst the first to go. Cheryl Shout jumped quickly with Enchanting Sound. Universal Hotness speeding across in front of Storm Commander. But Cheryl Shout's going to burn them off. Settling back near the inside soon after the break is Hammer Mill. Between horses Ocean Goddess and outside of it is Snippy Witch. As they work down the back at the 900, Royal Gap poked up near the rail. Followed further back by Major Mario. Then Why Me? Zach Loves to Fly last of all. Cheryl Shout at the 800. Headed out onto the side of the course by a length over Universal Hotness. The fave is travelling third, Bohemian Diamond. Enchanting Sound is fourth, and outside of it, tramping deep, is Snippy Witch. A length and a half away to Hammer Mill with 500 left to go. They prepare to come to the home corner. Over on the outside of those, straightening up Royal Gap. Also right off the course, Major Mario. Storm Commander in the middle. Zach Loves to Fly. Why Me? As they balance up now, they've got 350 to go. Cheryl Shout sneaks clear, but this has allowed the favourite to come away from the fence, Bohemian Diamond, and at the 200 shortly after hits the lead, but Parnham goes for the persuader. Bohemian Diamond now breaks clear, hits Overdrive 100 from home, beats off Cheryl Shout. Royal Gap gets through, but the fave wins first up. Bohemian Diamond in a resounding win first up, beats Royal Gap and Cheryl Shout. Behind them Hammer Mill, followed then by Ocean Goddess. Next home Universal Hotness, followed by Major Mario. Enchanting Sound, Why Me? Zach Loves to Fly, Storm Commander, and after punching up there wide all the way, dropping out to run last is Snippy Witch. Brad Parnham with the treble. Wills Bohemian Diamond to the post. First up, number 7. Best backed, 7 Bohemian Diamond. The $1.90 elect makes it a winning return. She captures her third victory in 9 starts. This Daughter of Machino. For Dan Morton, Brad continues his fabulous form, beats Royal Gap, Cheryl Shout, and in 4th placing, Hammer Mill. Those will be the placings after the running of race 7. Bohemian Diamond takes it out. Carol Morton, D. Flanagan, Enduran, Buck Rogers, no doubt listening in from Scotland somewhere. Mrs. C. Salmon, C. Sapwell, Gal Walker. He'll be tuning in from anywhere. AJL, Newman, Stan Quinlivan, Freddie Fairthorne, the FHRU Racing Group, also D.W. Holt, the Saddle and Silks Group, T. Illich, Mrs. Ellie Millich and Mrs. B. Calvert. Brad continues his fine form with 3 of the 7 winners this afternoon. With he aboard, Royal Gap at long odds, got through after tracking up near the rail to grab second. Royal Gap is by King's Troop, Tash Faithful for Ash Maley. Cheryl Shout led them running at longer odds as well. And Cheryl Shout is a Sessions mare. Kesh Duran, the rider for trainer Mac Hall. 7, 10, 11, 3 numbers and margins 2 lengths a neck. 117.74, 35.86. The back end 600 there. Good to see her back today, Bohemian Diamond, and win the way that she has. The final of the Racing WA Provincial Championship Series is next over 1400, 17 and 18. Vomo Island and Ton of Grunt. The scratchings, capacity field 16 to do battle. They'll jump at 4.15. All indicators were going into the race that she'd come up terrific this preparation. Her work had been great and she delivers on return on cue with a very much informed Brad Parnham aboard. Lockie?
Great result for you. You might not have to pay for that next Friday lunch with a few of the crew involved in this horse, but Bohemian Diamond, really nice return win, and Nick Gow joins me now. Nick, congratulations on this win. Talk us through this mare over the last 8 or so months, over 200 days since we've last seen her at the races. Why has that been the case?
Just a few niggling issues, like things we had to get right, and yeah, just taking a bit of time to, get it right, and yeah, saw her at her best today.
Over the last 2-3 months, have yourself and Dan always been really happy with her progression towards this first up assignment?
Yeah, she's always been a really nice type, and her work leading in was super, and we thought she'd go well today, and yeah, she's delivered.
When Brad pushed the button at the top of the straight, he got that little out, and from there, she looked like she had the race up to her mercy.
Yeah, I was just watching the race. It was in the same position as our last one.
That being American Escape?
Oh, yeah, and sometimes you get the breaks and sometimes you don't. It's the way it goes in racing.
Absolutely. Well done here.
Cool, thank you.
There's Nick Gow doing a great job while Dan Morton rests up after a little shoulder clean-up, but Bohemian Diamond, she gets the job done here in the 7th at Belmont Park, and it brings up a winning treble for Brad Parnham.
Certainly does. Enjoying his time at the moment, Bradley Parnham, and this is a nice mare who can be better than just West Speed Platinum grade, you'd imagine, but first and foremost too, it's a heat of a series, so that final worth $100,000 will look like a really nice race coming up for Bohemian Diamond. But today, Bradley, you didn't trial her, but I'm sure you watched that trial. I'm sure you were pretty happy with it.
Yeah, for sure. It looked pretty good, and you know, I drew low today, so I was always probably going to get that nice cheap run, and probably did have to rely on a little bit of luck getting out. I wasn't sure if I'd have to come back and around or whether things were going to happen for me, but as it turned out, the horse outside the leader just come under the pressure just before straightening. I was able to get in the clear, and once I was, it was pretty much game over from there.
You're just saying it's a heat of a series. The final's over 1,400 metres. The further, the better, surely, for a mare like her.
Yeah, I think so. I think might have even won over 14 before as well. So, yeah, look, I think it was a good starting point for her, but I think going forward, yeah, probably 14's probably better.
Already ridden 3 winners. Can you ride a 4th?
Well, I hope so. I mean, I really like Doug Another Hole. He's a trier. He's the only probably concern is he's pretty deep into his prep now, but I mean, he hasn't run a bad race yet for me, so, you know, generally he's up on the pace and he's pretty tough, so if he can produce anywhere near his best, he'll be hard to beat.
Hopefully Nifty's done his job properly and he'll get the job done well done.
Well, he can't keep him up forever, but I'm sure he's done a good job. Cheers.
There's Brad Parnham playing a straight bat. He's a smart man. Scott just treading in dangerous waters. But Brad Parnham, he boots home a treble, and he combines with Dan Morton, Bohemian Diamond, and a host of very, very happy connections to see their 4-year-old mare back at the races and winning stylishly and taking out the Tab Touch West Speed Platinum Autumn Series Heat number 3.